Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dark Web Wrestling Episode 5, the Go Home Show. I'm your host and creative, Frosty, here with The Goon, Pure Garbage, and Makoa Valiente. We got a pretty important show for us tonight. Our Go Home show before our first pay-per-view, if you want, even though it's not a pay-per-view, it's special, right? Because we're not a big enough promotion to do a pay-per-view yet, but we're doing Digital Decay is the name of our pay-per-view, trying to settle some business. First of all, who will become the mega champion, who will be put in the picture of our overlay finally as the first ever champion. We got 2 of our 3 competitors going on trying to fight for that, and then we got Makoa, the face of the group, trying to figure out tonight if he's going to get the opportunity finally to stand up to Rage Rhodes, who's been just kind of terrorizing. Normally you say terrorizing the locker room, but terrorizing the audience. So we're going to jump into it tonight with our Go Home show. I predict a little bit of wackiness to go on, and then at the end of September, when we third Thursday of September, we'll film and do the live version, I guess, of Digital Decay. So with that being said, let's get into it. So like most of our shows here in Dark Web Wrestling, we're going to start backstage. And backstage, there are 2 wrestlers standing. There is you, Goon, and your opponent tonight, El Dragon. And I understand that we're just tuning into a scene between the 2 of you. Do you want to go ahead and kind of kick it off and tell us what's going on?
Yeah. And the scene just kicks in with the Goon starting to talk to El Dragon and goes, "Look, we've got a match tonight. You don't like me. I don't like you. Possibly you don't like me. I actually don't know. But that doesn't matter, because tonight I've seen you wrestle and I've seen you jump people. You've seen me wrestle and you've seen me jump people. So I say we do a little rock, paper, scissors game. Whoever wins gets to decide who walks out to the ring first. Get a little advantage, possibly over the other. What do you say?" I presume he says yes.
He just kind of looks at you for a second. Yeah, he looks around and he just kind of nods slowly. He's not a big talker, El Dragon.
That's right. All right. So we're
So
going to go 1, 2, 3, shoot.
It,
Yeah. And I go 1, 2, 3 and just flip him off and then start punching in, just start laying into him. Throwing him against the wall.
So you guys start kind of... Yeah, go ahead. Let's go ahead and get the roll out of the way, and then we'll talk about kind of the aftermath. Go ahead and roll cut a promo, which is your look.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it's not great. Ooh, but that is. So 10 minus 2 is an 8.
Okay, great. So the audience loves this angle. The 2 of you are brawling all over the back area, slamming each other against walls, off equipment. Security's coming in there trying to break you guys up. It's not working. You get to pick one of these. Or you can gain a heat with the subject of your promo.
I would like to turn our match tonight into a Falls Count Anywhere match. And it starts now.
Of course. Yeah. Okay. Falls Count Anywhere. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah. It could also just be me. I'm having internet issues.
Yeah. Oh man, my camera's going crazy. It doesn't technically start now, but
yes.
I don't think so. I think it's me too. Okay. We'll try to get through it, see what happens here. Okay, great. So YouTube brawl, the camera cuts away. We get kind of a green screen, that look as if we're looking through a security camera that we typically get as we transition. Loud music playing in the bar, and we show up in the dark web wrestling arena, and we get Jamie that jumps in, one of our announcers. Jamie says, holy cow, we're off to a hot start tonight for dark web wrestling, coming to you live and expensively from an undisclosed location. For those of you that may be tuning into your first show, what a time to join. We're one show away from our first special, Digital Decay, where it's all to play for. We'll have our first champion, and we'll have a lot of other things going on as well, as you all will see as we go on. In the audience, we have hundreds of millionaires and billionaires who have paid a very prestigious price to see this very prestigious show live. You, if you're watching it, also paid a really prestigious price, unless you're hacking in to our camera feed from somewhere else. And if you are, well, our hat's off to you, because that's commitment to the craft. But we're going to start right off the bat here in the ring. We'll take you back to last show, and we're going to actually do something we don't do often, but we're going to cut to footage of Pure Garbage in the ring last show after his win, calling out Mega American to put his title shot on the line for a rematch. So they show that. And then obviously as they cut back, the crowd's kind of booing the whole thing because they don't like Pure Garbage. They love Mega American, who is the rightful number one contender. And before long, the Star Spangled Banner starts playing, and Mega American comes out waving his American flag all around the audience, showing he's a true patriot. He gets out, he puts it kind of in the corner of the ring for safekeeping, and grabs a microphone and begins to cut a promo. And he says, "Now listen here, brother. Last week, that no goods SOB Pure Garbage threatened me by asking for another match, even though I beat him fair and square 2 shows ago. And now he wants my number one contender shot. And I've been talking to all my friends. I've been talking to my family. I've been talking to the good Lord. And they all said one thing. They said, there's no reason for you to take that match. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone, least of all a person you've already proved yourself against. And brother, I don't know where this Pure Garbage anger is coming from, but it's got me all hot and bothered now. I thought I put him behind me, and here he is now challenging me to a match, and I'm not quite sure what his deal is. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to talk to him right now in front of all these good folks. Garbage, why don't you get out here?"
Not how I was expecting this to go. So my interest music cues, you hear the classic douchebag rock. You see the spotlight on the trash can, except when you zoom out, you see me holding my flag. If you could put my flag up, please.
Yeah.
There we go. It's literally the spotlight image you just saw. There was a zoom in on the flag, not literally a spotlight. That was the whole camera trick I was going for. And I come out and say, all right, well, I had to put a guy on the shelf last week to get my anger out over the bullshit you pulled on me a couple weeks ago. I need to settle the score. That title shot is mine. What do you want?
Now, brother, listen here. I'm not about living in the past. I'm about living in the future, but I'm also about never backing down from a fight. So I'll tell you what. I may have a match next show for the title, but I'm tired of the shit you've been talking. So here's what we're going to do right now. You name any kind of match, and I'll beat you in it right now, right here in front of these fine folks. What do you say to that?
Oh, okay. Well, I thought this was going to be the flag match I challenged you to right after you beat me last time. But I guess it's on me. I can do whatever I want. Okay. How about this? Good old-fashioned hardcore match.
He says, "Now, brother, I'll tell you what. I like both of those ideas. Why don't we do them both? A hardcore flag match right here, right now in front of these folks. Someone get me a referee out here right now." Go ahead and roll a cut a promo for me.
All right. 11.
Yeah, the audience loves it. So let's see. You gain a heat with him. What's your heat with him already?
2, so this will put me at 3.
Yeah, let's crank it all the way up. Make it a 4 here. We're going to give you 2 heat with this match.
Hell yeah.
And the referee comes out, and you hear Claire and Jamie at the announce table just going wild that you two are going to fight right here, right now in front of this crowd. They can't believe it. The referee's coming out. I'm going to give you control of the match. Let's do it. A hardcore flag match.
All right.
So for the audience, really quick, Garbage, explain the rules of a flag match in case someone hasn't watched one before, so they know what they're watching as we watch this.
So basically, each opponent's flag is set on one side of the arena, and on the other side of the arena is a pedestal. It is their job to put their flag up on that pedestal on the other side of the arena.
Yep. Great. So the flag has been set up. Let's do it.
All right. So immediately, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to slide out of the ring. I'm going to get under the mat. I'm going to grab a can of gas, and I'm just going to start pouring it on the American flag, and I want him to stop me.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to stop you. Go ahead. Roll actually, you know what, let me think about this. I might give you some cheap heat for this. I'm going to give you cheap heat for that. Gain a momentum.
All right.
Usually cheap heat's about like the hometown or the audience, but I feel like the American flag fits under that category here.
Oh, absolutely it does. I guess he knocks me over, sends the gas can flying or whatever. Yep. I haven't even pulled out a lighter yet, but now he's right here with me, and we're just going to start, brawling. Maybe I'll smash his head against the post. Maybe we'll
sure.
Maybe like a DDT to the outside. That's a spot that I've been known for.
Yeah.
And
go ahead and let's roll that really quick. Go ahead and roll a body for me.
Cool. Ooh. That is a failure.
That's yeah. So we're gonna use a GM move here that we can use sometimes. Normally another wrestler uses this, but we're gonna have the announcers put you over here. Claire talks about the obviously face announcer, as it is in wrestling. Normally you have a face and a heel, and Jamie's definitely our heel and Claire's our face. Claire just goes on and on lambasting you for trying to set the American flag on fire and how dastardly that move is, and she can't believe that someone would stoop so low. So what that's going to do, she's going to put you over one time for this match, which is right now. So we're going to move you up to a 7 for that. So you're going to keep their attention. You can choose whether to gain a momentum and cede control or keep control of the match.
I'm going to pass it over.
Okay. So we hear Claire. That son of a bitch is trying to light America on fire. That flag stands for everything that we stand for, and he's trying to light it on fire. Mega American took this match out of the goodness of his heart, and this son of a bitch went there. I'm sorry, Jamie, I don't normally cuss, but this guy has really gotten under my skirt. And Jamie says, no, that's quite all right, Claire. I like this side of you, frankly, but also it is a flag match, which means flags are weapons and are victims in this match. So I don't see anything wrong with that. You've just DDT'd Mega American onto the floor. But he gets up and kind of rolls over as you're kind of celebrating and taunting the crowd. You turn around, take a couple quick, shots to the head and to the stomach. Gut between like gut and stomach, and I came with gummick. Yikes! A couple shots to the stomach, which you kind of caused you to keel over a little bit. Your Mega American goes over and he just kind of like checks on the flag a little bit, but then like notices next to the flag there just happens to be someone left out a metal trash can. So he's gonna go ahead and grab it and slam you over the head with it, and then yell "You're garbage" and throw the can into the crowd, and get the crowd cheering for him. And so I'm gonna turn it back over to you.
I'll be picking up on what he's putting down, and I'm like, "You goddamn right I am." I pick up the lid from the trash can and I bash him with it.
Nice. Roll a hardcore for me, which I think is it's a real.
It's a real. All right. Oh well, that's a 10. Yeah, 10.
Yeah, that's pretty good. A 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so the crowd goes nuts, man. They love this. You get to control the match and pick two of the following things. Someone gets legitimately injured, but it isn't discovered until afterwards. Gain a heat with your opponent, or they gain a heat with you.
I don't really think this is a good injury spot. I'll take one of the heat ones, although we're already at 4, so we don't really need it. I guess I'll take it with him.
Yeah, but that'll give you a plus audience.
Oh, then yeah.
Yeah, take that, and it'll give you a plus audience with him.
Cool.
With the crowd. That only happens once in the match, but yeah. And then he'll gain a heat with you, which doesn't do a whole lot. But you maintain control.
All right. After I've kind of bashed him with the trash can lid, I sort of I throw it on the ground just like one side over, and I manually bend it to like a bent position, and I just start and I sort of just jam it like towards his throat area, kind of I guess doing some kind of choke position type thing. And
yeah, let's go ahead and go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and finish your description, then we'll have you roll.
No, I'll take the roll. I didn't really know what I was about to say.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll heat with him.
All right. Oh, that's a 2, but we do have pretty good heat. Is that going to bump that?
That'll bump not enough, right? You have 4 heat.
Oh yeah, so that would put it to a 6. I guess I could spend the momentum to bump it a little higher.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, my camera went crazy again. Yeah, you rolled a 6, which is a botch, right?
Right, but I think I'm also going to spend the momentum and bump it to a up 1.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you said that. I didn't hear it. Great. So spot goes off well. You guys both sell it. Looks like you're really choking the hell out of Mega American. The crowd is booing you like crazy. Choose once again plus momentum and lose control or keep control.
I'm going to keep control. At this point,
okay.
I'm going to first of all grab my flag and say, "Okay, you think that was bad? I'm going to grab my flag, sort of do the same maneuver, a little lower, so it's like not right on him, but it looks close enough for the crowd." Yeah. And just kind of twist it on there, kind of eat it up a little bit.
Yeah, great. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll a body for me.
All right. That is a 5 + 1. That's still not going to do it.
Okay. So. Like you said, you played it a little further off, a little lower, hoping the crowd would kind of not notice it. Unfortunately, they mostly do. So Mega American immediately kind of puts his hands on it as if he's holding it off of himself. And then you guys go into a kind of a test of strength where Mega American's like trying to pull you off of him and push this thing off of him at the same time. And eventually he does and reverses it. And then you two get in kind of a tug of war. With your flag, on the flagpole, before Mega American kicks you in the gut once. You kick him in the gut. You kind of go back and forth, but he eventually gets the upper hand, kicking you in the gut, and then eventually forcing you off of your flag. He hits you with it a couple of times while you're down on the ground, and then he just throws it as far away from you both as he can, kind of up the ramp towards the stage, we'll say, and says, starts pumping up the crowd, getting the USA chants, and then he grabs his flag and starts waving it around, and I'm going to give you control.
All right. While he's distracted waving his flag, I sort of grab sort of like a dragon sleeper type thing, and sort of push his flag away with my other hand. And I go to the ground and kind of pull back, sort of knees on the ground type, full on dragon sleeper.
Yep. Give me a work on that.
All right. Ooh, 5. I'm not getting good rolls today.
You are not. Okay. So once again, it just kind of doesn't look like it's, maybe it's like Mega American size or whatever, just doesn't look like it's working. So again, he just kind of like reverses it. But like as he pulls out of it, he allows you to keep his flag, the American flag, and really starts playing to the crowd, kind of waving his hands, like not to hurt it, giving you kind of like the prayer thing, like be careful with my flag sort of thing. But then, he stands up and kind of charges at you to do a clothesline. You duck it, but we find out this was part of Mega American's plan all along, and he just keeps running until he gets to your flag, and now you each are holding each other's flags, and I'm going to give you back control.
I missed most of that, but I got to the end. That's all that matters. Okay. So I guess I'm going to, since my flag is a little closer, I'm going to run over to him with his, and we're kind of going to do a whole hit each other with each other's flag spot. Just keep, back and forth with it. Sort of do the whole.
Give me a hardcore with it.
Cool.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll hardcore.
All right, there we go. That's a 9.
Okay, that'll hunt. Okay, the crowd pops. You gain a momentum, and you get to pick one of these. These aren't really useful to you at this point, but someone could get injured, gain a heat, or they gain a heat.
Yeah, we'll just take the heat. Not going to do anything, but this isn't really a good spot for an injury. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to let you go ahead, keep control.
All right. So as we're doing this sort of back and forth with the flags, eventually I went over. He's on the ground. I sort of pick up my flag that he drops, and I'm sort of just playing drums on him with both of the flags at the same time.
Okay. I love it. Sorry, it just made me crack up. Go ahead and roll a heat with it.
All right. That is a 5 plus 5.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. The crowd pops as you nail the spot. They just like hate, again, just like booing the hell out of you. So you retain control of the match and gain a momentum as you're playing the drums on this poor dude.
All right. I guess eventually I let go. I toss his flag aside. I continue forward with my flag. He sort of trips me up. I drop it. So the flags are briefly out of play, and I'm going to go ahead and stand up, and I'm going to get him in a pile driver position. I'm going to at least tease pile driving him on the ramp here. I'm trying to decide.
I won't have you roll for a tease here.
No, I'm just trying to decide if it's better if I actually hit it or if I let him reverse it. I don't know what would be the better play here. I guess I will have him reverse it on me then. Oh, yeah. And after he reverses it, he grabs his flag. He starts heading towards it. He's very close. I get up. I hit him with my big dump lariat. I pick up my flag. I plant it in there as I flip him off.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a finishing move for me. Even though it's not your finisher, you did the finishing move of the match, so we're going to roll it.
All right. Oh, was that another 5? That is another 5.
Let's
I
hope
used
not.
my other momentum. I can't tell if that's the same. Yeah, okay. That probably is, yes. But I do have another momentum to spend to bump that. So.
Okay. So you bump it up to a 7 and 9. Do you have your character sheet out?
I do.
Okay, what's your finishing move 7 and 9 reward?
Where is that?
It's on the second page.
Oh, okay. 7 and 9. They stand up to your assault before going down. You both gain a momentum, or sacrifice your body to make it happen. Take an injury and you gain 1 heat with them. Yeah, I think they'll stand up before going down.
Yep.
Oh, both with momentum.
That sounds good. Yeah. So your music hits and you're kind of lying there right by the pedestal there, out of breath. You're both out of breath, frankly. Mega American's grabbing at his mask. He can't believe it. And we hear Jamie in the background going, "Oh my God, I can't believe it. He's done it. Pure Garbage planted his flag and won his shot for the Mega Championship for the next show at Digital K. I can't believe what's happened here." And you hear Claire, "I can't either. Mega American never needed to take this match. It was a huge risk. He's our hero, but tonight he's going to play second fiddle to the man that basically stole something that wasn't his by challenging him to an obscure match that wasn't really about wrestling, but more about brawling. Mega American's a great wrestler. We all know that, but Pure Garbage got the upper hand tonight. He'll go to Digital Decay to face either the Goon or El Demonio for the Mega Championship." And Jamie goes, "Yeah, congratulations to him." And so I think what we'll do is with that, we're gonna so this is what'll happen. The camera feed kind of like cuts out really quick in the middle of the sentence while Jamie and Claire are talking about Pure Garbage's win. And on the screen pops up a black and white video. And this video has kind of really eerie, creepy music. And it looks like it's in a graveyard. And it's a small graveyard. And there's a tree. It looks like it's fall because the tree has no leaves. It's just branches. Beside the tree, as it zooms in slowly, there are 2 gravestones. Again, the eerie music kind of gets louder and louder. And from each side of the camera, from off camera, walk on 2 figures in hoods with scythes. And they both swing the scythes down. We get this kind of like cheesy artistic version of a close-up of the scythe blade coming down, and they both crash the gravestones. Both figures kind of turn towards the camera, but we can't see their faces in the hoods. And all it says is "The Grim Reaper is coming." And the video cuts out. And so Claire and Jamie are back as we come back to ringside, and they say, "Well, I don't know what that was. That creeped the hell out of me," says Jamie. And Claire says, "Yeah, I don't know if we have a hacker or what. Something went weird with the videos. We couldn't really do anything about it. The guys backstage lost control for a minute, but whatever it is, it seems like we're back on track now. So we're just going to go ahead and continue with the show." And with that, Makoa, your music hits. Describe to us your entrance.
Again, as always, it's the frenetic circus music. Meek Welcome's bouncing in, hopping around, backflip, jumps, just all in all, a good fun, hooping and hollering, and just Like he'll run around, he'll run the circuit of like giving high five to the high five to the audience members. Like he'll post for selfies, just goofy, fun face stuff. As
great.
then once, and after that, then he'll hop into the ring and he'll wait for his opponent.
Great. Yeah, we kind of get this like 90s grunge metal that hits almost immediately. And on the screen, the small screen that we have above the curtain, the words flash, Frankie effing Riot over and over again, one at a time. Frankie effing Riot, Frankie effing Riot, Frankie effing Riot. And he bursts through the curtain, holding his kendo stick that he always holds. He's wearing jorts. He's got a leather jacket on. He's got a shirt that says Frankie effing Riot. And he just starts like pumping up the crowd with the kendo stick. Walks his way down. He drops the kendo stick on the ramp, takes off his jacket, gets in the ring, walks straight over to Meekwa and sticks out his hand to shake his hand.
Oh, it's a full on. I'll go for the handshake and then I'll pull him into a hug, like the big old bro hug.
Yeah, great. Go ahead and the match is going to start, so I'm going to give you control of the match. So the bell rings, ding, ding, ding. Let's get this started.
All right, I'll break from the hug. I'll kind of like we'll do the circle each other, just kind of like looking for openings. And when I think I see one, I will run the ropes and do a jump kick into a solar plexus.
Okay, great. Roll body for me.
All right, let me pull up my dice. Dice, I had you. Where'd you go?
What'd you roll?
Well, nice strong 7.
Okay, that's a good start. All right, so move hits well. You keep you got two options as the audience, are into the match. Rare face versus face match. Do you want to maintain control or lose control and gain momentum?
I'll get momentum.
Okay, great. So he's gonna get control. He's gonna obviously your drop kick hits. He goes all the way to the corner and falls down. He actually gets up and just kind of like does one of these with his shoulder, another one with this shoulder, kind of wipes his chest a little bit, brushes his hair out of his face, takes a deep breath, looks at the crowd, and then kind of points at you as kind of like hey, that was a really good move. You got me good there. And he says, or he starts to circle you up again, get ready. You go in for another kick, but this time he just kind of sidesteps it. And gives you kind of a forearm to the face. So you kind of back up and he comes in with more forearms. Yeah, more forearms and puts you in the corner. And then just kind of raises his hand and just gives you a huge slap to the face before he turns around and celebrates to the crowd. And then he steps back respectfully and tells you to come out of the corner and set back up and you go again. I'm going to give you control here.
All right. I kind of rub my face a little bit. Thankfully, the mask covers most of it, so the mask took most of the damage. So that's like, but I do kind of like rub up my nose, rub up my cheek a little bit. I look at Frankie. I kind of nod at him, and then I will back up and again run the ropes and do a shoulder tackle from the ropes into a lariat. Try and just floor him.
Okay, go. Okay, great. Go ahead and roll a work. Yep.
All right. Another strong 7.
Okay. Connects well. Looks like this match is off to a steady start. Go ahead and either gain a momentum and lose control or retain control.
since I'm kind of throwing myself fully into these attacks, I'll give him the control, take momentum.
Okay. So this time Frankie looks a little frustrated. He walks over to one of the corners and he like smacks the top turnbuckle with his hand. You can tell he's kind of pep talking himself. This is honestly mostly Frankie and the announcers working together to kind of tell the story of Frankie's losing streak right now. If you recall, Frankie has not won a match. And since joining Dark Web Wrestling, one of the highest recruits for the entire company, the guy that was supposed to lead the company forward into success, hasn't won a match yet. Now he's taking on arguably his best friend in Dark Web Wrestling, who's getting an upper hand on him. And there's a lot on the line. Frankie Riot is someone who wants to defend, good versus evil. And he sees what's happening, just like you do outside of the ring with Rage Rhodes as evil. And so he's trying to psych himself up. In fact, he even gets out of the ring for a minute and starts walking around, grabs his kendo stick for a minute and looks to get into the ring, then shakes it off, drops the kendo stick, and then runs and slides under the ropes and comes for a clothesline and just knocks you off of your feet. And I'm going to give you back control.
That might be the best,
So I'll go with I think knocks you like there's an audible oof that I kind of fall to the mat and I get back up. At this point, I'm gonna kind of close in and turn it into more of a brawl and just start throwing trading blows with him, just punch for punch, chop for chop, just up close, personal. If knowing full that Frankie has more power than I do, I'm gonna try and turn this into a outlast match at this point. And we're just trading blows. I'm just hoping I can outlast him at this point.
Okay. Yeah. So both go well. I'm not gonna have you roll because those are kind of basic moves. So go ahead and continue.
I'm gonna kind of wait for Frankie to. I'll leave an opening for Frankie to do something big, and then I'll sell him on that by taking a big blow to the midsection. Either he lariats me or he clotheslines me or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. It gives you a good clothesline. Go ahead and roll body for it.
All right.
So this is a rare time in the game. Sometimes you will roll when the NPC does something, and it's because you're directing the match. So since you're in control and you're the one that called the move, that's why you're rolling for it. So just for players' knowledge, it's not something that happens often,
3,
but it is here. A 3. Okay. Do you want to use momentum to boost it up?
Do I have enough to make that happen? No, I don't have enough momentum to boost it up.
So just to be clear, one momentum boosts you up to the next level.
Oh, yeah, so one.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do that. The crowd goes crazy over Frankie kind of battling back and fighting. So choose once again whether to gain a momentum and lose control or keep control.
I'll gain one and give him control.
Yeah. So Frankie is just kind of like excited. He's fist pumping, but he's too smart to obviously his character is too smart to just pander to the crowd after one move. So he comes in quick and starts hitting you with a bunch of kind of quick moves, low kicks, some chops, a couple of punches, a couple of forearms. Before long, he bounces you off the rope. You come after him after being whipped. He jumps over you. You bounce off the other rope, come at him. This momentum's carrying you a long way. He goes under you. You jump over it. And then you come through and he gives you a devastating drop kick similar to the one that you gave him at the beginning of the match that actually knocks you backwards through the ropes and to the outside of the ring where you stop to kind of take a breather for a second. So I'm going to give you back control of the match.
Oh, very clever, Frankie, using my own speed game. Very clever. I'll say as I climb back up the steps, climb back up the ropes.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm gonna run the ropes, try and keep him. I'm gonna try to keep him off balance by changing direction and zigging and zagging constantly until I can get enough speed to get up on a turnbuckle and go for the flying squirrel power bomb.
That's one of your signature moves.
This is not one of my. It is. It's not one of my core three. It's generally the flying squirrel is more used in a tag team match, but I'm modifying it because it's like a singles match.
Move. Yeah. Yep. Go ahead and roll work for me.
Ooh, that's a nice, tasty 11.
Okay. So the crowd pops. They love it. Clearly recognize the move and the creativity from it. They're cheering for you too. Look, the crowd is split. They want both of you guys to win, even though they know that can't happen. But you're both big faces that they love. Big faces. So go ahead and gain a momentum and retain control.
So am I on top of Frankie at this point on the mat?
Yep.
How stunned is he?
He's as stunned as you want him to be because you're directing the match.
Okay. I'm gonna roll into the pin.
All right. So you roll him into a pin. 1, 2, and he kicks out. It was really close though. Go ahead and actually for that move, let's work the audience a little bit with that move. So go ahead and roll your audience.
Roll my audience. That is a 6 for spin momentum to boost it up.
Okay, great. Yeah, so we're going to oh, that's the wrong one. I almost read the wrong selection. So they play along well. They make it a really close count. Go ahead and gain a momentum and continue.
Yeah, I'll just check with them.
All right. Is he standing or is he still on the mat?
It was just so tomorrow you'll be there.
Whatever you want.
I'll have him stand. So yeah, so we will stand as he kicks after he kicks out of the pin. And then I'll try and go for like a classic grapple. You know,
okay,
hands clenched and just try and basically push a grapple until I get him into an actual like submission hold.
Okay, great. Yeah. Obviously, you and Frankie know each other well. You've worked well together. You're right there. So the submission move transition is smooth. Is this your finisher? Your finishing submission move?
Yes, I'm going to stand him up into the Yark, which is a modified master
great.
lock.
Roll. Great. Go ahead and roll your finisher.
All right. After spreading momentum, it's can I spend 2 momentum to get 2 levels up, or is it just only 1?
No, you can spend 2.
I'll spend 2 to make it a 10.
Okay, great. What's a 10 on your finishing move? It should say on your character.
I hit it clean and gave him pulse an audience.
All right, great. So gain an audience. You hold the master lock, and Claire is kind of like screaming, "No, Frankie, don't tap! Frankie, don't tap!" And the entire crowd is chanting, "Frankie, don't tap! Frankie, don't tap! Frankie, don't tap!" And Frankie does not tap. He sits through that move. He looks for every way to get out of it. In the end, he can't get out of it, and he passes out from the pain and just collapses as you drop him. Obviously, the crowd mixed reactions, but you win the match. I'm going to give you a little time here, in case you want to check on your friend.
Oh, absolutely. I helped the medics get him on a stretcher and everything.
Okay, great. As you're walking kind of up the ramp with him on the stretcher, you're talking to him, you're apologizing, I imagine. And then all of a sudden, a motorcycle. What?
I make sure very clear. Like, this was a great match, my friend. You did me great honor by coming at me with everything you had.
Yeah. And as you're talking to him, the camera's kind of following you guys closely, but then it looks up, and all we see is a singular headlight as a motorcycle pokes its way through the curtain, and out comes Rage Rhodes, who stops his motorcycle right there on the small stage and then heads down and just starts beating the piss out of you. And as he's beating you up, he flips Frankie on the stretcher over, and you're completely taken by surprise. You're distracted by your friend and teammate, who's still passed out. As you're talking to him, you don't see any of this coming. And Rage Rhodes grabs from the saddlebag of his motorcycle a giant chain, wraps it around his right fist, and just starts laying in punches. Luckily you're wearing a mask because there would be blood everywhere if you weren't. And he just leaves you there, laying against the steps, bloody. He grabs a microphone. He goes, "I'll see you at Digital Decay, bitch," and throws the microphone down on you as his music hits, and he walks away. And we hear our announcers always chiming in with something to say. And this time it's Jamie saying, "And that's the danger in winning a match, friends. When you challenge a dangerous man, you get dangerous results." And we just saw that there from Rage Rhodes. Rage Rhodes, who is currently a free agent. You got to believe every faction in the world is looking at him right now, that they want him. And you hear Claire go, that was just horrible. That was just horrible. I can't believe what happened there. After he leaves, they just again show you and Frankie just like laid out. And before long, another person enters the arena as we see Geriatric Harold himself, the only person to beat Rage Rhodes, and newest faction mate, might I add, coming out with the Muffin Maestro himself. And they pick you up and help you backstage as the medical professionals tend to Frankie. So then we go to just kind of a quick backstage here as we see the Goon and El Dragon still brawling. Goon, tell me what's going on backstage.
Yeah. So they've been trading blows throughout the night, and they appear to be in it's hard to tell where they're at because it's super dark. But you can see El Dragon is kind of slumped over, and the Goon is just laying in knee shot after knee shot into his side as he's just grabbing him. He then throws him at what looks to be a black backdrop, and the camera pans back, and through the curtain comes El Dragon rolling. The Goon pushes the curtains aside and stands at the top for adulation of the crowd. And as the crowd boos, he just does one of those and just walks towards towards El Dragon as he just starts throwing him side to side into the railings.
Roll a work the audience for me.
That is a 10. Work the
Great.
audience.
Crowd pops big, seeing you guys come through the curtain. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the crowd pops big. So if you want, you can spend a momentum to gain a heat with your current or an upcoming opponent. The crowd can't wait to see you go at it. So gain a momentum.
Okay.
So you can gain a heat with him if you want to spend one, or you can just gain a momentum.
Nah, I'll spend one to gain heat with him.
What's that put you at 4? No, that's like 2, right? You guys just met.
Eldragon, that puts me at 2, yeah. Because we just started this
okay.
shindig. All right.
Yeah. So we hear this is madness from the announcers, but then we also hear a bell ring and the match is underway.
Yeah.
So you have control of the match.
Yeah. So after throwing him side to side, I slowly pick him up and lay in a chop. And it's at this point that Eldragon just like steps back and then immediately comes back with one of his own. And there's a bit of surprise, but we start to just give each other chop after chop until finally I bulldoze through and clothesline him over the railing and into the audience, pushing one of the tables aside, knocking drinks off. I jump on top of the railing, as then I just kind of fall down, giving him a knee to the chest as he's laying there.
Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll a work for me.
Okay. 12.
Yeah, that'll hunt.
Yeah.
Crowd pops. They're already into this. They love this match. And you retain control and gain a momentum. But before you do that, security cam footage pops up on the screen that says earlier tonight and shows the two of you brawling in a parking lot. It shows you brawling in a restaurant. It shows you like brawling outside the St. Louis Blues Stadium. It shows you brawling like all over the place. And the announcers are like, this match has been going on all night and it's only just begun. You have control.
Okay. Yeah, I'll help him to his feet, and I'll pick him up and just body slam him back down on the ground. Give one last like pump up to the crowd. Slowly pick him up by the head as he then lays in a shot into my kidneys, and I do one of those. I give him a knee to the head, which puts him back down. I quickly just grab a drink off of one of the tables that's next to me and half-heartedly pour it, but really it just goes over my face. And as I'm distracted, Eldragon stands up and gives me a drop kick, which puts me into the barricade. And then he reverses and does the clothesline back into the entry, the walkway, as we get out of the crowd. And I just start crawling towards the ring.
Roll a body.
Okay.
Yeah, roll a body for me.
7 plus 1, 8.
All right, great. That segment goes really well. Once again, because you're directing the match, I had you roll it for him. Mm-hmm. You can keep control, or you can gain a momentum and lose control.
I'll gain the momentum for now and lose control.
Yeah. So you're crawling towards the ring, and Eldragon, just kind of follows you as you go to the ring. He's watching you crawl, pointing at you. You get, to the ring apron. Use it to kind of pull yourself up. Use the ropes to kind of pull yourself up. And just as you get to fully standing, he pulls your feet out from under you. And you smash your face on the apron of the ring, which is, as we all know, the hardest part of the ring.
Yeah.
And so you fall back immediately, onto your back, and he picks you up and slams you into the ring post. Shoos some of the rich people eating near the fence there, and he grabs one of their chairs. I don't know if you knew this. I don't think I've talked about it, but it's not a fancy bar. It doesn't look like a fancy bar. It has to be. They serve all kinds of fancy food and drinks because they're all rich people. But for some reason, all of the tables in this bar are wood. And all of the chairs are steel folding chairs. Just coincidence. That's just what they use. So he folds up one of these steel chairs and throws it at you. And then I'm going to give you back control.
Okay. As it hits my face, at this point, the sequence is so fast, you don't quite know how, but there is now blood that's trickling down from his forehead.
Oh, yeah.
And as he stands back dazed, El Dragon comes up for a punch, something, not too sure, but he definitely has some ill intent. And Goon, stumbling back, just immediately pushes forward and slams his head into El Dragon's, dropping him back and against the fence, the barricade. Goon quickly comes up to him, gives him a kick to the gut, throws him between the legs, and then up and down with a power bomb. But he power bombs him over the barricade and through the table of the person whose chair he just grabbed, putting him on his back, and then kind of falling back onto the ring post and just like shaking his head, trying to get himself aware of where he's at.
Yeah, roll a hardcore for me. That's a plus real.
Okay.
That was an awesome sequence. Crack me up.
That's a what again? A real?
Real.
5. So that would be a 4. We'll use a momentum to bump it up.
Of course, your real is -1. So yeah, the crowd goes nuts. Gain a momentum, but we're gonna give control back to Dragon here. And then you can gain a heat with him.
Cool. That puts me up to 3.
So nice. So as you're just kind of sitting there trying to kind of shake the cobwebs out, as you said, Dragon obviously is just kind of lying on the tables, and the crowd is chanting, and the announcers are going wild. And there's just kind of this like natural kind of rest moment for both of you. And then after a second or so, you start digging around under the ring, trying to find something while you believe Dragon to be knocked out. But as the camera turns back to Dragon while you're digging, we notice in the background is Spacely, the faction head of obviously the faction that holds El Dragon. And he gets to his man, clearly an invested interest in this match. And he kind of like slaps him in the face a little bit, trying to wake Dragon up. And it's not really working. And he goes, "Come on, man, we got to do this for Dark Matter. Got to do this for Dark Matter. All your brothers are counting on you." And then he grabs out of his pocket some smelling salts, and uses the smelling salts on El Dragon, which wake him up. Dragon's, though, all kinds of like cloud, has a clouded head, has no idea where he is, isn't really in it. Spacely picks him up and throws him back into towards the ring. And as he kind of like stumbles ahead, you come out with a trash can lid, but he clotheslines you before you can swing it, before he then collapses again near the steel stairs. Sorry, and I'm gonna give you control back.
Okay. Yeah, there's a moment where it collides again with my face, and I just tumble backwards. I turn, seeing him by the stairs, and I try to get to my feet and do like a running boot to the head where the stairs are. He sees it at the last minute, though, and ducks out, and I just put my foot through the steps. And at that moment, he charges and kind of spears me, but not really because of the ring post, but drives me into that ring post and just lays his shoulder in several times.
Yeah, roll a work for me.
Okay. Just trying to think of the next step. Yeesh.
Yep.
4. So 5. Will you spend a momentum to bump it again?
Okay, great. So yeah, the move sets off well. Yep, the crowd loves it. It looks brutal, just you being bashed into the steps or onto the post over and over again. Sorry. So again, you can choose to gain momentum and lose control or keep control.
I'll keep control. He rams his shoulder several more times. About like the second or third time, Goon starts just laying the hammering blows onto his back, and Eldragon's knees finally buckle. As he does so, Goon grabs him by the hair, kind of lifts him up, and then just starts battering him with fist after fist. But you can tell it's very like half-heartedly, the exhaustion kicking in. As he kind of pushes him away, the two of them stumble back and have like this briefest of stare downs as they both then run at each other and do the double clothesline, both landing on their back outside the ring.
Roll a work for me.
That's better. 9. Let's put the momentum for this spot as well to bump it to a 10.
Yep, you're going to retain control and gain a momentum, but we hear the announcers going, "This is incredible. This match has only been going for about 10 minutes, but these two have been brawling all night long, and the exhaustion is taking both men to their limit. I have no idea who's going to win this match, but whoever wins it will deserve that title shot against Pure Garbage, who stole his shot earlier tonight." You're back.
Okay. Goon will slowly crawl over to Eldragon. He'll grab Eldragon's arm and place it between his legs as he begins to set up for the why can't I think of it? The penalty box. He gets the crossface on, and as he starts to pull, Eldragon just slams one hand down and begins to, like, with what kind of looks like unhuman strength because of how big Goon is able to pick himself up enough to then just drop his arm down. Goon breaks the hold as he like gets the wind knocked out of him, and Eldragon just like shifts to the side using the announce table to prop himself up. As I mean, I don't know if you want me to roll there, but
roll a work. I was just letting you get a breath.
Yeah. 5, 6. We'll spend the momentum to put it to a 7.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. Crowd loves it. It's odd because they hate both of you and love this match. And so they love to boo everybody, but also like cheer for the carnage that you're creating. Go ahead and retain control and gain a momentum.
Sounds good. Eldragon picks himself up. He makes his way over to the Goon, who is now at his knees, slowly getting up. Eldragon punches the Goon punches Eldragon in the gut, stumbling him back. Dragon comes back. Goon does it again, and every time he does, he's standing up a little bit more and more. He gets a little bit of energy, charges, and lands his slap shot, the clothesline that knocks Eldragon down. And as Goon takes his breath, he turns and Eldragon stands up again. I don't know what's one of Eldragon's finishers, I guess. I'm not sure what.
His finisher is called Straight to Hell. Straight to Hell. It's like a tombstone. Okay. But it's reversed.
It's a tombstone, but reversed. Okay.
The guy's facing out instead of inside. The guy's facing out instead of in.
The Goon turns to
he's
to
not
face
like pile
Eldragon,
driving his feet.
Who's again slowly getting back to his feet, and so Goon ramps up again. He charges for another slap shot, and in that moment, Eldragon ducks it, grabs him by the waist, flips him up, and then delivers the finisher right outside the ring, and goes for the pin.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll finishing move for me.
Okay. That's a 4, but we'll spend 2 momentum to put it up to a 10.
Okay, and what's your 10?
When I'm booked to win a match, on a 10 plus, you hit your finisher clean, gain 1 audience.
Okay. So he hits the finisher. Crowd goes nuts. You guys execute it perfectly and smoothly. We get the 1, 2, 3, and you're both just kind of lying there from exhaustion as El Dragon's music hits. I almost spoiled another wrestler coming soon. And so the crowd goes nuts, booing him, cheering you both. I don't really know. The announcers who are just standing there by the announce table around all of the carnage, really putting over this match and screaming at the top of their lungs at how great this was. And then Pure Garbage, your music hits. I'm going to give you a moment with your contender before we turn off. You're the last scene of the night.
I think I'm just gonna stare El Dragon down. That's it. Just a good old fashioned stare down.
Great, yeah. Yeah, perfect. So as you kind of round the corner, or you come down the ramp, El Dragon kind of shakily stands on his feet as you come up to him. Looks like he's prepared a little bit for a fight, but also has no idea where he is. And you get up chest to chest with him, and he extends himself as high as he can, and then raises his own fist in triumph. And with that, the camera cuts and we hit credits. That's the end of the Go Home show. Great show, everybody. I appreciate you all. 1 month from tonight, Digital Decay, third Thursday in October. Our biggest show to date. September. Thank you. September. I don't know what month it is. 1 month from tonight in September, third Thursday. Biggest show. Either Pure Garbage or El Dragon will be our first ever mega champion, and it will be canon, even if we create our own wrestling promotion someday. So this is big stakes. Let's see. I know you got an audience, Goon. Garbage, did you get an audience tonight?
Oh, I don't know if I did. No, I don't think I did.
I don't think you did. And I know I didn't think you did. And then I know, although he's not on here anymore, Miqua got an audience. So all of you are at 4. Goon, you're the top dog right now at 4+. So congratulations on that. Maybe I should have booked you to win your match, but I didn't. So you don't win. So you don't get a title shot. But everyone tune in next month. Digital Decay. It's going to be a big one. Lots of surprises. We're going to introduce some new wrestlers that people haven't met. It's going to be a longer card. Doesn't mean it'll necessarily be a longer show because the NPC matches I kind of breezed through a little bit, but we'll give them a little more detail. Higher stakes, maybe some payoffs, maybe starting some new feuds. We'll see. But until next month, everybody, I don't know, watch wrestling and shit. We'll see you later.